Suzi Wu interview, take one.
I got a fast tongue, use it on the mummified young. Use it to admit I'm not strong in a place where I feel invincible.
I'm Suzi Wu. I'm about living life, creating and meeting people. Yeah, and I hail from London. And I'm all about having a good time. Story of the hat is we're right next to a little sort of hippie store that doesn't actually do much clothes. It's like a Green Party, which is bigger in England than here. It's like the hippiest, most leftist kind of party there is in England. They're great people, and yeah, they were selling this hat, and I mean, look at it. It's so good, right? I love it. But yeah. The shoes. This is my only pair of shoes. It's a nightmare, actually. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like, they are great. I perform in them, I run in them, I fall over in them. Oh yeah, no, I'm joking. I run marathons. No, I don't really go for jogs in general. But if I did, it would be in these, yeah. No, this is my first time. Yeah, Austin is so beautiful. Yeah, I love it here. I mean, when we first got here, it was like drums coming from like every single window. We got here about 6 p.m. at night. You know, like smell of like spice and weed going through the air. It's just nice. It's good. What have you done? 2 days. I haven't seen anyone yet because I've been performing and interviewing and sleeping mainly, but I'm excited to like go and have a look at some stuff. Kurt Vile's performing. What? Kurt Vile is performing. I'm excited for that. Yeah. Just had one yesterday, and it was the first one, and it was for DIY, and it was great. We had lots of people come down. American crowds are very receptive. So anyway, Mama, Papa love me. At least that's what they say. I feel like we're on our way. I think there's like, I want to add, when it comes to freaking people out with a show, I want to add more theatrical elements to it and some more artistic stuff. But we'll see how that goes. I think my vocals alone can really freak people out. So that helps. But yeah, from then on we'll build on that. Definitely. Sluts. Is that good enough? My band's awesome. Like, the people I tour with, they're all guys, but they're like the gentlest people on the planet. And they're like really passionate about what they do to the point of obsession. They correct you a lot, but like, you just gotta remember to take the piss out of them. Do you know what I mean? But like, aside from that, like, they're the best people that I've got. Otto's my keyboard player. And he's still finishing uni at the moment, so he's actually writing essays in a cafe right now. But like, he is a goddamn genius. Like, I see like older guys, you know, who've been doing this for like 15 years, I see him play and they're like, oh, yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna be really big in 3 years, and what that means is, god damn it, he's better than me already. So that's great. And then we've got Dan, he's our tech, and he's a similar vein, just passionate. I certainly did, yeah, I grew up in North London. It's an interesting place. I'm actually from the north of England originally, which is a little less pretentious. There's no other way to put it. But North London's better. It's where the art is. You know, it's a bit like when you have to move to New York here or any big cities to get shit done. It's just the way it is. But there's some really, really great people down there. Yeah, good scene. First time I wrote a song, I was 5. But the first time I wrote Taken Care Of, which is on my record, when I was 15, and produced it around 16 or 17. So that was like when I first really started making stuff that was like what I'd been hearing in my head for years, which was nice. Yeah, it was a song called Staring Into Space, which was like just me. I was 5, like open string, just like, I'm staring into space, a century away, and it's like, ooh. It wasn't good, but my parents thought it was like the best thing they'd ever heard. You know, they were like, oh my god, she's a genius. So like, that helped a lot, because they wanted to actually listen to that shit, you know. I don't know why. Down the drain, daytime always mixed up. Yeah, it's not just because I'm younger, it's because like I've always had problems with people taking me seriously. Just because like I can be a mess sometimes, but like that's one of the best things about singing. It's like once you sing, even if people don't take you seriously, they have to respect that. So that's one of the reasons that I think I've always been so deeply into it. I think I really respect the cyberpunk aesthetic. I don't know if you've ever seen the 90s movies, Hackers. Angelina Jolie in that is a fox. It's so good, that movie. I like when people try and be futuristic. I like Y2K too. I like old school rave scenes. And yeah, I want to bring that all back. It's always good to have things like that. I like novelty things as well. Hence the garms. My relationship to witches extends back further than I first realised. It starts with like a lot of reading I used to do when I was a kid, which was generally Terry Pratchett. He's a British author, a bit like Douglas Adams or any of the other fantasy writers. He's got a whole world that he's built. But one of the main things he focuses on is women and young witches. And the witches in his books don't do spells, they do things like midwifery and medicine and sort of things in like a medieval culture. And I thought that was really interesting because I realised that a lot of the people that would have been penalised and burnt at the stake would actually have just been women with knowledge. So that to me is kind of what witchcraft is about. But then there's the other side of it, which is kind of like more like a stoner comics. And the witches in that are similar but like modern. They know stuff and they don't take anyone's shit. And yeah, I think it relates to like women in punk and women who sort of like express themselves, because like I think I definitely would have been burnt at the stake back in the day. I'm too loudmouthed, like it would have happened, you know? So like I'm definitely a witch. You're probably a witch. Hey, little bird, fly away home. House is on fire. Me and my sister did actually try it. We watched The Craft, which is a fucking great film, so I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. And yeah, we decided like we wanted to quit smoking, so like we wrote tobacco on an egg, this is a spell, and we went to like the crossroads of like our university and just like shout at the egg, being like, you know, like, God damn it, egg, like, I don't know, like, no more tobacco, egg. And then like we had to throw the egg on the ground, and like there were like bare people, loads of people walking to like class and stuff and like screaming at this egg. I still smoke. So there you go. That's that story. I think the teenage, well, that's the age that I was. I think that whole EP is about like, for me, it's about what my experience of this teenage period of life was. So all the stuff I wrote on this was 15 to 17. Yeah, 15 to 17. This is all the stuff I wrote on that. So God knows what will be next. But yeah, that's where the teenage bit comes from. Sabrina's cool too, though. No disrespect to Sabrina. Devil. Not great things, bad things. But that out of bad things comes good art, as per usual. And that's how we save ourselves. But yeah, I mean, both my parents were really ill at the same time. They both felt like, they're both fine now, but they both felt like hospitalized ill the same year. And I had to quit sixth form. So a lot of the stuff I wrote on that is kind of, was me trying to figure out where I was going and what it was I was doing, and it's such a crazy transitionary period of my life. So there's a lot of thought and blood and sweat and tears in that record, which is good. I've wanted to cover that song since I first heard it when I was 14, and because it's, Tom Waits has this lyrical style which is just, it paints these pictures. But the problem with trying to cover Tom Waits is no one can be like Tom Waits, you know, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people I've seen try to do it. They try and do acoustic things and they try and stay true to his style, but I don't think that's what any artist wants when you cover them. They want you to do the opposite of what they've done with it, you know, and flip it on its head. And I was trying to write a grime track actually when I did that cover, and it didn't turn into a grime track, but I started singing that over it, and I was like, oh, finally. And I sent it to my manager, and then he sent me back in all caps, and this is like big for him. He was just like, this is amazing, like, oh my god, like, and yeah, everyone's always so surprised. Tom Waits, I don't know why, but I love him. Yeah, he's great. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, the guys are fuckboys, girls are sluts. Is that good enough? That was basically my producer that I was working with at the time, Billy. We made Teenage Witch together, and he said, oh, you should say something at the beginning, you know, something cool and edgy. So that's actually where that came from. It was a joke, and that's why I'm saying, is that good enough? Because it's like, it was kind of meant to be a spell, but it was also taking the piss. I think we use a lot of buzzwords today, and it kind of proved my point, because like, people love it. They love it. The word fuckboy and sluts, like, I don't know why. It just sells, but I find that funny. Yeah, that's what that's about. Big adventures, hopefully. Big adventures on the horizon. Yeah, there's all sorts of things I want to do. Largely, I just want to go to different countries and eat different things. No, I'm kidding. Not really. But yeah, we're gonna make tons more songs, and I want to collaborate with a lot of people, because I think that breeds beautiful things. So that's where we're going. I got to tell him straight. I'm choking on my dream collab. It's a very good question. I'm a big fan of do you know The Garden? They're like these two like twins that do like a kind of like punk rock stuff. I think they're from LA, but one of them has a side project called Enjoy, which is really cool. I'd like to work with him. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I have.
Okay. Rad. Thank you.